person I connected with provided me with the resources, information throughout my pregnancy, trying to determine whether or not I could handle placing for adoption or make the commitment for parenting and then moving forward with that. You know, had I terminated the pregnancy through having an abortion, finding out later on that I have health issues that prevented me from carrying anymore. So that would have been like it. I wouldn't have been able to be a parent or learn what I've learned that only being a parent can do. You know, once you're in the situation and you have to.
I was a client at the Pregnancy Resource Center in St. Cloud about 28 years ago. We had a son, my son Isaac, who's now 26, and has a child of his own, a little girl named Faith. And so I have my first granddaughter from my son Isaac that was born from coming to the center. And it's been incredible to see what God has done in my life. From me being a client and a woman who had experienced abortion to being an advocate for women, to leading women through healing and support programs, to now being a center director.
It would have been 2002, and I was a student at St. Cloud State University, and I was pregnant. The Pregnancy Resource Center really just provided me with a really safe, unconditionally loving space to come in, even when I maybe wasn't at my best, to be able to come in and just have someone listen to me, to have somebody pray with me, to have someone kind of be a sounding board for me when I was making, I think one of the most important decisions in my life.
When I arrived at Pregnancy Resource Center, I was scared to death. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if the pregnancy test I had taken at home was going to be different than the one they were going to be giving to me. But when I walked in the door, everybody was very happy, smiling, welcoming, made me feel comfortable, and that it was okay to be there and that I didn't have anything to be scared of.
At the time, if Pregnancy Resource Center, the one girl didn't give my mom the advice that she needed, I don't know if I would be right here right now.
10 years ago when I walked into the Pregnancy Support Center, just scared, ashamed. I got a test that turned out to be positive for an STD, and just the care and compassion that I felt, even though the test was positive, to be able to walk out of there with a little bit of confidence and a lot of dignity. And now fast forward 10 years, when I get to give that the same experience to people that come into the Pregnancy Support Center that I'm at.
I came into Pregnancy Resource Center because I thought that I was pregnant. I didn't have a lot of money at the time, and I didn't want to scare my husband off by coming home with a pregnancy test. With me being under the impression of him not wanting children ever, it was really hard to tell him that I was pregnant and this was going to happen. Pregnancy Resource Center helped me in many ways, emotionally and spiritually, financially as well.
We were at that point where we don't know what's going on. There could be something wrong with him. It could be something very serious. So now is the point when you need to decide, would you like to intervene in the pregnancy or would you like to follow through with it to term? All we saw was a baby. That's our baby. So how can you get rid of him? He's this little being inside of you. He's a person. how can you destroy that life? Even if there is something wrong, why? Like, he loves us, we love him, and we don't care if there's something wrong. The doctors told us that he wasn't going to be able to do so many things. And where he stands right now, he's able to do everything. Having Pregnancy Resource be there, they became my secondary family to help support me. What they've created there is a very welcoming, loving, and caring atmosphere for anybody that needs help.